What's up, everybody? It's time for Friday night stream. Second to last stream of the year. Who's all on? We got Paul Bigger on. Colin is on. Austin Sheets. Hollis Atherton is on. Eric is on. Brittany. Angelina is on. Aaron Parks is on. Logan LeBlanc is on. Emily. How we doing, Emily? Aaron Atherton's on. Danny Hayes is on. How is everybody tonight? Danny Hayes says, hey. Aaron Atherton says, I got my badge back. Man, a bunch of people got their badge back. We went from 20 to 31. Marvel shirt. I figured I'd wear the Marvel shirt today for two reasons, Angelina. One, Spider-Man is out in theaters. No spoilers. I have not seen it. And number two, Tia has fallen behind on laundry, so I didn't have a clean Geek and Game shirt. So, you get Marvel tonight. Danny Hitt says, I'm driving right now, picking up my son from watching Spider-Man No Way Home. Tell him no spoilers. I'm wearing my Lucky Holiday Flare shirt. So, we got a good stream tonight, but as always, please make sure you like the stream, share it to your page, share it to everywhere you can, share it to Funko groups, gaming groups, geek groups, computer groups, wherever you can. Let's keep the community growing. Aaron Atherton says, I need a Geek and Game shirt. You do, and you can get it right here at the Geek and Game shop. thegeekandgame.shop. We got hats on there. You can ask James Yates, which I have not. Is James on here yet? I haven't seen James. We even have underwear on there. We got bathing suits on there. We got all kinds of stuff, posters and socks and all types of clothing that you can do on there. Brittany, what is going on? He's milking it. Williams on. He said right now he is milking cows. Well, he is the Amish. James Yates, our Amish brother. Aaron Krause is on. Which Aaron Krause, I believe, got his top fan badge back as well. Where's Kyle? Kyle, I know, is going to be on. Kyle is trying to go from back to back to back top fan wins. He is trying for it tonight. It has never been done before. Could Kyle be the first? There's Kyle. He is on. Tyron, is he on? He's one of our past winners. Emily's here. She's one of the top fans. Colin's a top fan, if I remember right. Man, Colin should have sent it to me. I needed to go. I need Spider-Man tickets. I don't know. I was teasing my better half, Tia, today because she has a Christmas party. So I will be watching my son tomorrow night. And I looked at Philip. I was like, you want to go see Spider-Man with Daddy? And she just looked at me because she gave me that look like, you better not go see that without me. Angelina has top fan. Hayes is a top fan. Yes, she is. I have her on the list. Roger Castleman's a top fan. He said he needs to get back into the win column. I don't believe Spawn was not, I don't think, claimed last week for the Keebler giveaway. So we got lots going on tonight. Good to see everybody. We're up to 22 live views. Let's keep those shares going. Keep those likes going. Let's keep growing it. keep the fans, let everybody know that we are live, keep the community growing, so we can keep bringing more and more giveaways each and every week. And of course, brings different things to the community. Speaking of one of those things that it brought to the community, because the size of the Geek and Game family, we have gotten our own very exclusive, we've talked about it before, exclusive cover coming out. In fact, 2 exclusive covers coming out in a comic book that is going to be shipping January, beginning of January. That's right, we are talking about Awful Thoughts. It's already fully funded. It's already completely art done, writing done, everything's done on it. Getting shipped off to the printers. The Awful Thoughts completely destroyed its GoFunding. And we have 2 exclusive iRose is on Twitch. Thank you for joining in. We do have our own covers. We actually have 2 covers on it. We have a virgin cover and a non-virgin cover. Those should go onto the website for pre-order, shipping at the beginning of January, so very short pre-order. We will start shipping beginning of January, and those should be up this week. This week, I was trying to work on it actually to launch it before the stream, could not pull it off. They are going up, but I want to warn you guys, the covers are not just exclusive Geek and Game covers. There is 3 different limited runs of covers for Awful Thoughts. One is a foil, black and kind of grayscale foil cover. One of those is getting printed for every 25 copies. Then there is the Geek and Game cover with the actual title. There is only 200 of those being printed total. That is it. And then there's the virgin copy. There is only 100 of the virgin copies going to be printed. The Geek and Game exclusive covers are also limited. It does not matter how many total prints are made of Awful Thoughts. The Geek and Game covers are stated at a certain amount, 200 and 100. They are going to stay extremely limited. Paul, it is an Alabama hat. My hair was getting fringy, so I needed to put on a hat. And Alabama is where Tia graduated from. I got to support her. So Alabama has become my team through her. Kyle said he's still having. We're launching the NFTs. I put one up. He's having. Kyle's testing it for us. He was having problems getting it. Kyle messaged me and Mike on that chat. But the NFTs will be going up. The NFTs are going to be cool. Will the top tier backers get Geek and Game cover, or is it separate? The Geek and Game covers are separate. The only way to get a Geek and Game cover is through Geek and Game. Now, I backed the project. I am getting a graded, I think it's graded autograph of the, I think, foil cover. Colin goes, what the hell is an NFT? That is a great question, Colin. And I think I've really come up with a way to, Colin, Roll Tide. I think I've really come up with a easy way. Sarah Beth is on, who's also a top fan. And the better half to Key Flights, who's on our opening scene. Best way to describe NFT. Everybody knows what comic books are, right? We're geeks. Comic books can have a value of 25 cents, or there's comic books out there that are worth over $1 million. What is the difference between a comic book that's worth 25 cents and a comic book worth $1 million? What makes a comic book worth $1 million? Well, it's really very simple. I'm going to break it down to the simplest for you. It comes down to being authentic, So Marvel printed it, and someone didn't just go scan a copy of it, but Marvel printed it. And rarity. That's the big thing. Print numbers, right? Is it the first run of it? Is it the first one that came out? You know, think about Spider-Man #1, the first time Stan Lee ever put out a Spider-Man. Now, back then you got to think Spider-Man. No one knew Spider-Man. Spider-Man was like, what is that? Like, it wasn't known. But if you had a first run of Spider-Man today, well, if I had one, I could retire. Now, someone could go make a copy of that Spider-Man. Is it worth any money? No, it's just a copy because it's not the original. Marvel could reprint it. Is it worth the same amount? No, because it's not the original. Same thing with like football cards. You got print runs. There's only one of these. There's only 10 of these. NFT, but let me back up a little bit. But at the end of the day, think about it. A comic book is nothing more than paper and ink. A football card is no more than a cardboard and ink. A Funko Pop is nothing more than plastic and paint. What makes one Funko worth more than the other? The rarity, right? And then you got the Chinese people knocking them off that are worth nothing because they're not authentic. It has to be authentic from Funko, and is it rare? NFTs is just collecting online. It's football cards online, comics online, Funkos online. It's online digital. But if you think about it, some people think, well, that's crazy. You can't really hold it. But really, what are you holding in a comic? Just paper and ink. Is it any more crazy to think of paper and ink is any more? This one's worth millions because it's paper ink versus digital. NFT is nothing more than digital football card, digital comic. Well, we have our own digital comics coming out. We're doing the comic covers, inside pages, and we are also doing the NFTs for Awful Thoughts as well. So you'll be able to get the Geek and Game cover with Awful Thoughts as an NFT. You'll be able to get their foil cover as an NFT. You'll be able to get the Geek and Game comic From Your Grave as an NFT. Sarah Beth, you learn something new every day. I'm telling you guys, NFTs and crypto, it's been around for a while, but it's coming. You know, Kyle, it's not a bad idea. Start a crypto group. It's not a bad idea at all. I'll get one started and get the mods invited over to it. Kind of a crypto / NFT group. NFTs and crypto are the future. It's part of why Facebook even changed their name to Meta. It's all part of the metaverse. Like it or not, it's coming. James Yates, nerds. From Your Grave will have an actual paper version. It will have multiple covers. In fact, I'll pull it up for you. We are working on the second cover now. I think I had a teaser at some point pulled up. Here's a teaser of the second cover of From Your Grave. It's still being worked on. Just a quick teaser on it. But you will be able to get From Your Grave as a hard copy or as a NFT. Zuckerberg's going to steal all your NFTs. Luckily, it's on the network. He won't be able to. This week, I've learned a lot about networking in our house Wi-Fi since the computer master is on vacation. You know, it's something, honestly, I was trying to ignore, but it's probably better not to ignore because it is the future. Also, one day we would like to do a subscription box. That takes some programming on the website to do subscription box. But that is something that we're working on with Keeblers. Right now, we just keep pushing the mystery boxes. Great way to get some grails that way. So yes, NFTs are coming. You will be able to order the hard copies of Awful Thoughts this coming week, very soon. Again, the Geek and Game covers will be very exclusive. How much is the Geek and Game 3D print prop? You know what? Once this, so if you guys have missed it, the comic is already from your grave in negotiations to be turned into a movie. We're already in discussions for it. Just gave the basis of the story to them, and they want to turn it into a movie. You turn that into a movie, you never know. We might have a Funko making official pops. Sarah Beth, absolutely. One thing I wanted to talk to you about, Sarah, is we will need music for the movie and love to have Key Flight's part of it. So the more and more popularity of NFTs, we'll see comic books in the future like sports. Well, you know what? Marvel's already doing NFT comic books. Basketball is already doing NFT cards. Help Funko's already doing it. Nicholas, what's going on? What is going on? Which, Sarah, how's the Geek and Game song coming? How's the song coming? Everybody wants to hear the Geek and Game song. So I'm excited about it. Pull up my notes here for y'all. Oh, keep it, guys. When here's the thing that you got to remember too. Awful Thoughts. This is the first print of it. This is the first run. Now it did extremely well on Kickstarter, but who knows the future, right? Will this become the next Spider-Man? Who knows? And usually odds are, of course, no versus yes, right? But it's worth the gamble. Comic books are cheap. If it becomes huge, man, that comic book's going to be worth a fortune. And the Geek and Game covers are going to be worth even more because they, unlike the foil cover that's being printed 1 out of every 25, there's only 100 of the virgin. There's only 200 of the non-virgin. That is it. Same thing with From Your Grave. Already negotiations for the movie. That hits movies. It's that comic could become very valuable. I'm all right with however long you can make it, Sarah. Just make it good. Just make it good. You guys are the artists, not me. You just make it where it makes sense and sounds good. Tyron, how you doing, bud? We got a past winner in the house of a Keebler, one of the Keebler giveaways. I don't want to stifle y'all's creativity, Sarah. You guys, if you make it full song, make it a full song. Do whatever. Hey, maybe it's the next Radio Bash. But I don't want to put too many rules on the creativity. So, those are coming. Like I said, comics are coming this week, and the NFTs are coming this week. So, get ready for them. Next week, we also have the Patreon giveaway. We will be doing Patreon, which is actually, I think, Christmas Eve. We're going to have a Christmas Eve stream. So, get ready for that. Patreon giveaway coming up. You still have time to join the Patreon. Now, remember, you can join Patreon as little as $5. $5 can get you into the Patreon giveaway. We do a Patreon giveaway once a month, and the winner of the Patreon giveaway gets a autograph from one of the stack of autographs that I have. William, I still need to get with you on getting some more autographs. You said you had some stuff, but Patreon wins a autograph. We've done autograph knives from Jason, and we got a handful of stuff. Autograph diskette from one of the actors from Hackers. No, James Yates said I'm a two-time winner. Two-time. So James Yates is one of the Patreons. You can join that again as little as $5. Just go to patreon.com, look up The Geek and Game, and you will find how you can enter as little as $5. Eric, I think you are the last winner from last month, are you? Got an autographed Funko. Aaron says Patreon is the only thing I haven't won yet. Aaron, I don't think you're a Patreon though, are you? You got to enter to win. Charlotte on YouTube. BOTFYI. Welcome into the stream. Bot. So not yet. Oh, he might be coming in to sneak in at the last minute and steal a autograph win. Oh, it was a while ago. You won the 2 Shazam. Yeah, you got the 2-pack of autographs. 2 Shazam autographs. That's right, Danny Hayes. You got to be in it to win it. So this is your last warning. James Randolph won last month. This is y'all's last warning. If you're not a Patreon member, that giveaway is coming up next week. So you got 1 week left to join Patreon. All right. Off the thoughts we talked about. We already said Spider-Man, no spoilers. Hey, if you guys didn't know, Venom Carnage is now streaming. You can rent that and just stream it. And I'm going to tell you, I don't know how many of y'all saw the first Venom or the newest one. And I love the character Venom. It's one on the upper end of my list. But I don't hate the Venom movies, but I'm not a huge fan of the Venom movies. Sarah Beth, congratulations. Passed her college finals today. I'm disappointed in the Venom movies. Maybe I wish they were darker or something. I'm a little worried because I know at some point they're going to do Spider-Man versus Venom. I know at some point they are going to. And the Venoms just seemed a little cheesy for my liking. I don't know what it is. It just, I think that maybe the interaction of the two, I don't know. It's not hitting me right. So I'm really wondering how well a Spider-Man versus Venom is going to play off each other. See, Ira says the same thing. They're cheesy for sure. You know? So I don't, if they do it more like Marvel does, then maybe it'll be better. But then it's not going to have that Venom feel. Can they really mash those up and still feel like it's part of the same? I don't know. I'm worried, but I'm telling you, I believe it's coming. So, streaming tip, and then let's get into some giveaways. But every week we want to start, and by the way, we're going to have Cosplay Daddy's going to be joining us on stream soon. I got to finish up some wiring. I told him it wouldn't be till the beginning of the year. The zombie sound bite spooked me. But he is still going to be coming. With Christmas going on, I don't have time to wire stuff right now. But one thing that we're planning on doing every week is a streaming tip. Just a quick streaming tip for all the streamers that watch or people that want to get into streaming. to just give back to the community. And this week's streamer tip is advertise. Guys, you have to advertise. It's amazing how many streamers I've talked to that have reached out to me, or I've talked to. And I'll go watch some streamers sometimes just to give some love to. I'll sing "Zombies" by Cranberries on stream for. Hell, I'm in, Sarah. You'll be. We plan on having actually guests with me and Cosplay Daddy. So we have 3 people on. So we'll have to have you as one of the guests sometime. So advertise your streams. It's amazing how many people stream. They just play the game, and then they complain that no one came and watched them. Guys, most of the work isn't playing. Most of the work isn't streaming. Most of the work is behind the scenes. Most of the work is advertising. We need James Yates or James Gapsey and Ray to give podcasts about. Now they are in California, I believe, but I'm planning on also doing it where we can bring in guests virtually and have them on the show. If I call him Daddy, but I'll call him Comic Father. So advertise, because it's amazing. I stream on here every Friday with you guys. We have a good laugh. We talk, but most of the work isn't on here. This is the fun part. What happens is behind the scenes, the advertising, the programming, the building, the designing, the wiring for streams. The work is the hard part is not the streaming, and so lots of people just get on the stream and they just try to stream and go, why is no one following me? You got to get your name out there if you want to be a streamer. And it's more than just joining streaming groups and posting. It's building the page, building your own communities. Brittany, why are you at a standstill on your podcast idea? Be right back. Safety meeting. Let's see. I know advertising yourself and selling yourself is kind of hard, so awkward, but trust me, it is extremely important. That is, it's really the hardest part. That's where you got really put in majority of the work in the majority of the time. All right. So one more thing before we get into who would win. We are going to, if you guys haven't already known, we've talked about it. You're running out of time. But we're going to be giving away these beautiful Teenage Vampire posters that are autographed by the full cast. We are going to be doing a trivia night on the movie Teenage Vampire. The same writer, director of Teenage Vampire is who we're in negotiations with to do the Geek and Game movie. He does movies like this. This is all kind of family fun movies. Wholesome movies. Kind of share your passion of vampires with young kids. It's not scary or anything like that. It's made for family time. But we are going to do a trivia night because we like to encourage family time and we like to get kids involved in our passions like vampires. So spend some time with your kids. Watch Teenage Vampire. You can watch it on Peacock for free. So guys, you don't even have to go rent this. Peacock app is free. Download the Peacock app on any of your streaming devices. Look up Teenage Vampire. You can watch it for free. So you can get into trivia night without spending any money. And where the winner is going to get one of these posters. But we have another way you can win one of these posters that I want to let you guys know about right now, because we need the writer Aaron of this and director of this ran into a problem and he needs the Geek and Game family's help. He needs your help. I'm going to pull it up right here. They've had some kind of hacker problem. On IMDb, their rating is low. Now, a lot of times family movies get a low rating. You could put a vampire that's a family movie. I could see some people going, oh, it wasn't bloody enough. It wasn't gory enough. That's not what the movie's for. It is a family movie. This is not most vampire movies I would not watch with my kids. This movie I will. Because it's designed for kids. But they actually have a low rating because they have a bunch of people from overseas all at the exact same time on the exact same day give them a bunch of negative reviews. The funny thing is this movie isn't even released overseas yet. So it's impossible they even saw the movie. Yet, all at one time, they got a bunch of negative reviews from overseas. It's probably some kind of scam of, hey, we'll remove our reviews if you give us so much money, which he is not going to do. So, I'm going to ask you guys, go rate the movie. Give it a 10-star. And then sign into an account. I'm going to sign in with my Facebook here. Because I've already rated it with my Google. And then you could actually use the reviews. You can add a review. Go write a review for us. You can do it logging in as Facebook. Then you can do it logging in as your Google account. There's a bunch of different ways you can log in and leave different reviews. I've already done Google. I'm going to do Facebook. Let's just see. Great family movie. And hit submit. Oh, I'm missing a field. We'll just put the same thing here. Submit. Oh, I'm still missing a field. Oh, I forgot to. Does it contain spoilers? No. Hit submit. Third time is hopefully a charm. Oh, it's too short. Let's say you can watch it with any age group. Is it still saying it's too short? Let's see if this works. I wrote a bigger review on the last one. How about, let's see. You can watch it on Is that a short joke? Aaron Krause, is that a short joke? Well, okay, I'm going to have to write a bigger review. But write a review, hit submit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab all the people that wrote reviews. We're going to do a random drawing. I do type slow, Sarah. And the winner is going to get, I have several of these. Is that an Aaron Krause review? The winner, I'm going to pull all the people that leave reviews, and the winner is going to get an autograph poster. It's autographed by the full cast. So please go on there, help our guy out. He's part of the Geek and Game family. Let's help our brother out. And hey, like I said, he's working on helping us do the Geek and Game From Your Grave comic into a movie. He's helping us out, so let's make sure we help him out. Watched, but just got home for a 10-hour shift. Oh, yeah, that's a tough one, Roger. I don't know how long do they want this review. I feel like my other one wasn't that long. All right, finally. All right, my review is up. So go to there. It's Teenage Vampire. Go to the website or go to the review area and submit a review on IMDb. Paul Bigger works after on the stream. All right. So let's now get into our giveaways. And one giveaway we have is who would win. So let's discuss the show. But before we do, let's get a teaser with the who would win video. All right, who all listened to this week's episode? Yes, it was Morbius versus Selena. I love it. I love vampires. As we were just talking about teenage vampires. Love, love, love vampires. I don't know a ton about Morbius, but he seems like a just badass character. I cannot wait for the movie. Nicholas listened to it. Brittany listened to it. Who else did? Aaron Atherton listen to it. I know Selena. I've watched all the Underworld movies. Love the Underworld movies. Aaron Parks listened to it. Who did you think was going to win beforehand? I didn't know. I was on the fence. I knew very little about Morbius. I know Selena is a badass. Didn't know enough about Morbius to say. But the movie looks so cool. I was kind of like, well, I love Selena, but Morbius, man, that movie looks like it's awesome. Nicholas said it was a very good battle. So look, a bunch of you guys listened to it. Austin Sheets listened to it. Aaron Atherton said he was on the fence on it. Austin, who do you think was going to win beforehand? Danny Hayes says Selena he thought was going to win. Now, Danny Hayes, did you think Selena was going to win because you've seen the Underworld movies and didn't know much about Morbius? Or just because you knew them both and you thought Selena? Okay, so you just know Morbius from the 90s Spider-Man show. Brittany thought it was going to be Morbius. I was on the fence, because I didn't know enough. I learned a lot about Morbius and made me really even more excited for the movie. So the people that know Morbius, I got to ask you a question. So in it, they were talking about Morbius has this ability to turn into basically ooze. Like, I guess I don't understand the skill. But the way that it made it sound like, James made it sound like he can turn into a goop, a ooze. What kind of skill is that? Like, is it an acid goo? T1000 goo? Like, is it indestructible goo? Eric says, I don't know what that one. Like, consent. Does anybody know about this goo that he's talking about? Because when he told me, like, Well, Morbius, didn't tell me, but I guess told us all in the episode that he turns into goo. I'm imagining here, okay, if he turns into goo and I'm Selena, I'm gonna go get a jar. And I'm gonna put pudding power act. I like that. Pudding power activate. I'm Selena, you turn into goo, I'm grabbing a jar, putting you in the jar and just capping it off. Can he turn back while he's in a jar? Or, I think I can keep you in there for 2 minutes. Sarah, I felt you there. I did. I thought that on Selena. I was like, she is smoking. She's smoking. I kind of want her to win just because of that. Aaron, I just put him in a coffee can. Yeah, that's why I was like, is the goo indestructible? Like bullets to go through it can't hurt goo or something, but can you burn the goo? Selena can throw those exploding disc, and would that blow the goo so far apart that it couldn't pull it back together? How does that goo work? Can I eat the goo? Sarah, that's a very good question. Rusty Green, I love it. Just get a wetback. Just wet back the goo. Once you're in a small container, can he just expand and bust out of the container or no? So I was lost on the goo. The goo maybe could be something super strong that could turn the tides. I don't know. I need more information on the goo. I'm wondering if the goo is going to be in the movie. Now, when they also talk about Morbius, how fast he is, kind of almost sounded like he had Stretch Armstrong arms too. But his speed and seeing the video and his speed, I don't know if Selena could keep up with that speed. That is fast. Bounty the quicker. Danny, I love. He turns into goo. Selena grabs the bounty and it's quicker, picker upper, and Morbius is done. He's done. Morbius loses to the paper towel. I need more information. So it doesn't seem like anybody here really knows the power. Oop, I moved it too far. The power of the goo. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I thought I was just ignorant because I just didn't know the character. I put my money on Mr. Clean. I love it. I'm loving it. I'm going to have to tell James. I think it was James Rep to Morbius. You lost the paper towels. Which Morbius actually won. It was a close one, though, because they had 2 judges on it, and they had to agree. And they went back and forth. You could tell one judge was leaning one way, and one judge was leaning the other. I don't know if it was really, to me, a clear win. They gave the win, but I feel like it was a husband and wife duo judge, and I feel like the husband gave in to the wife on the winner because he didn't want to sleep on the couch. I remember from the 90s he never turned into goo. Nicholas agrees. His wife did make him change his vote. He was leaning. And she was like, no, I think this way. And he was a smart man. He was smart and went, I agree with her. I think they said they've been married something around 7-8 years. They have a podcast of a vampire show. And he was a smart man and went, she's right. But I know deep down in his heart, because I've gone through this with Tia. He still had his feelings. He just knew exactly what James just said. Happy wife, happy life. He didn't want the divorce. And he said, I agree with her. Give the Selena the win. But I think deep down, it was a tie. So maybe we should be the tiebreaker. Who do you say really won that? Morbius versus Selena. I'm going to say it's a close fight. But because of the goo power, Morbius. That I don't know what it does. I am going to research this goo power. We're going to have to talk about it next stream. Who do you... Aaron says Selena still won it. Eric says Morbius won it. Nicholas said Morbius won it. So I think that's 1, 2. Most of you look like you're saying Morbius. Sarah said Selena won in my heart. I'm there with you. Colin says Selena. James M. Randolph says Morbius. You know what? That shows you, based off the Morbius win off the intelligence. You know what, Aaron, though, speaking of, like, Morbius is really intelligent, right? He's a scientist. But you can't say Selena isn't intelligent. I mean, she's been fighting, werewolves and vampires for so long. You can't live that long and not be intelligent. She got to at least be extremely intelligent when it comes to fighting. Because that whole time she's been fighting. 700 years. So that's she got the tactics down. She was an expert. Absolutely. She's an expert tactician. So I don't know if it does expert tactician. This is a fight. This isn't like, we're not going for a Nobel Peace Prize. I don't think his intelligence, I think, will help to a level, but I don't think his intelligence helps to the level as an expert tactician. Right? So that kind of makes me sway more to Selena. Brittany said, I was hoping for Selena, but I had my doubts. So do you guys know, actually, that they have one more episode of the year? And then I think season 4 starts. They do keep track of who's won how many, which I always find is interesting. Do you guys know what the record is between the two? That's a good point, Eric. He has all the powers she has, and really more, and none of her weaknesses. Because he's actually faster and stronger. But he doesn't have the weakness to light, which a lot of her weapons has to do with silver. Nicholas, he is correct. He said, yeah, it is tied up. And Nicholas, that was the question for the $25 gift card. Nicholas, make sure you send me your address, your email address that you use for Amazon. The email address you use for Amazon, send me that as a private message to Geek and Game, and we will send it over to Who would win. You get a $25 Amazon gift card just for listening to the show and joining us, getting the question first, and joining in on the discussion. Damn, Hostage Sheets, damn, I took notes for nothing. Hey, it's not for nothing, because you know what? It's a lot of great entertainment. I'm telling you, I don't know what I would do without Who Would Win on Wednesdays in my drive. Like, I look forward. I have a long drive right now, and I'm like looking forward to Wednesdays just so I have something else to listen to. I have to like save my fantasy football podcasts that come out every day. Don't come out till after 10. So I listen to them on my way home. So I have nothing else to listen to in the morning except for Wednesday. James Gatsby is on. For whatever crazy reason, Ray and I are tied. You guys are tied. I'm excited about next week to see who takes it all. I'm not going to say I have a friendship built, with James. So I want to say I'm rooting for you, James. But I can't say that until I know who are you repping and who is he repping. Because they might have one of those characters that I have to, root for Ray just because he has my character. But I don't think it's going to be Spawn. You guys have done Spawn. I imagine it's something big. I know you're not going to give us any spoilers. But I'm really excited about this last episode. Angelina, I watched part of Hawkeye, but my kids were going crazy, so I didn't get to. So again, everybody, every Wednesday is when the drop is. Joe is bitter. I am still bitter about the Spawn. Rooting for Ray makes kids around the crowd. So I'm really excited about it, guys. You can catch who would win. I tell you what, they are fast to load on Wednesdays because I leave my house. I'm in Central Time. I leave my house at 8. Just a little bit before 8. I drop my daughter off. As soon as I drop her off, I pull up the podcast, and it is already up there. Kyle, Geek and Game Zombie versus Walking Dead Zombie. You know what? I like the idea, Kyle, but we don't have enough details yet until the comic comes out about Geek and Game Zombies. So it wouldn't be a fair challenge. Yes, Rusty Green. Spawn beats all. Thank you. Someone gets it. Someone gets it. Maybe after the comic drop, they can do a Walking Dead Zombie versus Geek and Game Zombie. So, I love being the judge of judges, though. And I love these conversations that we have. Does Spawn beat Matt? Yes, Spawn beats... James, guys, fill James in here. Rusty's already doing. He doesn't understand the concept. Spawn beats all. Yes, they'll make close fights for good writing, for a good story, but we all know the truth. Spawn beats all. You can't write a comic and go, okay, it's Spawn versus Batman, and Spawn shows up to the fight and whoops Batman in 30 seconds. We all know that's what would happen, but no one would buy that comic. So they have to make it sound good. But the truth is, Spawn, as much as I love Batman, Batman's my number 2. Spawn's my number 1. Batman's number 2. I love Batman. We all know Spawn would whoop him. Paul Bigger, oh my God, Facebook and YouTube are on a perfect sync for the stream. That is odd, Paul. Mr. DNA versus Time. Guys, the Spawn Batman comic was great, Rusty said. Spawn would make a fantastic Robin. James, oh my God, you know what? That's it. I don't care who Ray has. I'm rooting for Ray. You're killing me here. Ray's going to have to go for the win. So, guys, make sure to, Who Would Win has a community, it has a Facebook group. Make sure you join the group because they are always looking for new battles. They like to hear from you. They like to hear who you think should be in the next battle. Who would you like to see battle out? I've seen some great ideas on there. I'm really curious who they picked for this next week. So if you have some great battles, make sure you join the Who Would Win group. That way you can put in your 2 cents. You never know. They might pick yours coming up in season 4. Go like Geek and Game and join all the Geek and Game groups, of course. Ninja Turtle versus Power Rangers. Why do I feel like that's been discussed? I suggest Count Vaughn versus Count against Morpheus. So, I don't know if they've ever doubled up. I don't know if I have to go back. I don't have all the fights memorized. I still haven't got through all of them. I like it. Versus Lucky Charms. Me versus Batgirl. All right, Sarah, who you taking? James said Ninja Turtles versus Power Rangers. I do enjoy some of the group battles. I still say my favorite, guys. I think most people on here, it sounds like, listen to this week to the episode. If you haven't listened to it and you want to check out an episode, just to see if you like it, I know you're gonna love it. But the first episode you got to check out, my all time favorite. And I didn't realize how much I was gonna love the episode because I'm a superhero guy, right? Like, I love the Morbius versus Selena, but you got to check out Sesame Street versus Muppets. It was chaotic. It was bloody. It was gory. Oh my God! Like, best, because you imagine this fight when you're listening to it, right? Your imagination gets to go wild because you it's not on the screen, so you get to envision it how you would using their words. And oh my God, that was a phenomenal battle. It was great because at first I'm thinking, like, these aren't fighters like Morbius and Selena are. And oh my God, I fell in love with that episode. So if you haven't caught a who would win battle yet, but you want to go, hey, let me check this out. Seems like everybody at Geek and Game is loving it. Let me go check out an episode. Check that one out first. James Gapsy says Sesame Street versus Metal taught me one thing. Ernie runs Sesame Street like Tony Soprano runs New Jersey. Man, that one was a great. Oh, that would be interesting, Sarah. Sonic versus Pac-Man. That'd be. Does Pac-Man really have enough, though? Enough that you could talk about. But then again, there was a Pac-Man cartoon that they could pull from back in the 80s. Rocky Balboa versus Rambo. That's an idea. There should be, you know what? I don't know if I've seen too much Sonic. You guys, they had Sonic versus Mario. I don't know if I've seen a ton of the video game stuff. It'd be cool to see some, like, old school, like, video game. Like, like Contra characters or something, right? Do like a throwback, alternate Beast versus Contra, some old school 80s kind of Sega Genesis type of game. William, Aaron Krause versus Aaron Atherton. Oh, that's a good one. Aaron Krause, Aaron Atherton has the height, but Aaron Krause is shifty. That could be a good one. So make sure you join the Who Would Win community. Drop your ideas on there. And like I said, you never know. I know they are always looking for ideas. Yours might be picked next. And just because of Ray trying to put down Spawn, just because of James trying to put down Spawn, I'm going to have to say, go Ray next week. Go for the win. Go for the throat. Go for the kill. Unless James, some reason, has Spawn. Which, I think at this point, they need to do another Spawn battle and make James rep Spawn. I want another Spawn battle, but I want James Gapsy. You have to be the one that's on the side of Spawn. I think that would be hilarious and phenomenal. Donkey Kong versus my third grade teacher. Makes me feel bad for Donkey Kong. Aaron Park says, I'll ref it. It takes an Aaron. The battle of the Aarons. James, season 4, you have to do a battle with Spawn as your guy. I need it. I need that in my life. And make me the and you can make me the judge, and I'll automatically give you the win. James repping Spawn is an automatic win for that is a win. See, that's what you should have saved, James. That's what you should have saved for the final battle. You should have repped Spawn, brought me in as your judge. Wouldn't even had the battle. I'd have been like, James wins. Everybody goes home. He's the champion for the season. Go sit in the corner. All right, guys. We need to do our top fan and Keeblers, which we have lots of top fans. We're going to do that one last. That's an exciting one. But before the Keeblers, we did a Spider-Man pop. Spider-Man pop in honor of the new Spider-Man No Way Home. Nicolas Cage Joker versus Jim Carrey's Riddler. You know what? They get to pick. Like they pick which version that they're going to do. You know, once they get told, like, okay, they're going to do Joker, they pick which Joker they're going to rep. All right. Let's give out the Keebler for the Spider-Man pop. Chuck Norris versus my mom. Norris versus my mom. Chuck Norris going to get his ass handed to him. All right. The Keebler winner is John Dickerson. John Dickerson, you win the Spider-Man Funko Pop. Courteous, thanks to Keebler Collectibles, you are now on the clock. You have 72 hours to send us your address. You've had to watch the stream. The stream will stay up. The stream will stay up it always stays up, but you have 72 hours to go back, watch the stream, because I have not seen this person on, and to send us your address. And you get a Spider-Man pop. Thank you, Keebler, as always, for sponsoring Geek and Game. Keebler, they have collectibles, they have Funko Pops, they have comics, they have all the great things that you are looking for your collection, and do incredible shipping, incredible packaging, as always. Partnered up with Geek and Game. Thank you so very much. And they're getting more and more stuff like the Spawn figures too. So if you're looking for any collectibles, even posters, make sure you reach out to Keeblers. And like I said, the biggest thing to me, because collectibles, we all know in collectibles, it's all about the condition, right? This has value. As soon as it gets nicked up, it doesn't have nearly the value. Keebler always does an incredible job of packaging to make sure that your next part of your collection shows up to you safe. And I tell you what, it's usually the cheapest price, which is amazing, because I will pay more money if you package it right. If I have the confidence you're going to send it to me right, I will pay more money. But you know what? With Keebler Collectibles, you don't have to do that. You get the best pricing out there and the best shipping. What more can you ask for? Thank you again, Keeblers, and congratulations to John Dixon. Again, you are on the clock. Kyle says Keeblers is the best. All right. Time for top fans. Man, we are up to this week. William Shane Blaylock says never got a bag package from Keebler's Collectibles. Take it from the people that are on the stream. I'm telling you that they're bought. You don't get a bad packaging from Keeblers. Like, it's just, they are the best in the game. All right, Sarah goes, I bet you $100 it's not me who wins. You're on here, so let's go down the list. We got 31. Here we got Danny Hayes, John, Brian, Candace, Aaron Parks, Justin, Sterling, Hollis Atherton, Zach Candy, Colin, Cody, Sarah Beth Smith, a.k.a. Baconator, Ashley, Greg, Todd, Stephanie, which I haven't seen Stephanie or Mike on. Is Stephanie on? She stays quiet sometimes, though. John. I want to just make sure real quick. No, that's a different John. Just make sure I didn't double up there. John Lockwood, Jason Elmore, which I haven't seen Jason on. Eric, James. Oh, why did I put D on there? James Yates, Danny Hayes, Emily, Angela, Nicholas, JC, Aaron Krause is back. Aaron Atherton is back. Kyle Ether, who's trying to go back to back to back. Brittany, Roger, and William. Last but not least. So there are the numbers. We have 31 spots. And again, we're going to pull up random.org. We got 31 slots in there. And as always, one of the great things about Geeking Game is we are also educational. Like, for instance, we're about to teach you how to count to 31. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We need a faster one. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I'm not sure if I can count this high. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31 is number 29. Now 29 has to be on to win. Brittany, she was on. Is she still on? Is Brittany still on? Because you have to be on to win. I believe she is. I'm just waiting for her to say it. And there she is here. Brittany is here. Congratulations, Brittany. You get to pick a Funko exclusive. Funko Shop exclusive. Congratulations. All right, Brittany, before we get off the stream, you got to tell me which Funko are you taking to your home. We have Kid Loki. Funko Shop exclusive. Kind of looks like me, right? We have the Funko Shop exclusive Pocahontas. Disney. All right, we have the Funko Shop. This is Danny Hayes. My account's not working, but I'm a top fan. Spock. I meant Danny. Or do you want a Disney art series Funko exclusive Oogie Boogie? Which one it is going to be? You got to let everyone know before we get off. And then afterwards, please make sure you send me your address and tell me again what you picked, so I can get it shipped this next week. Brittany is taking Oogie Boogie. And next week, I plan on adding, I'm going to see, it's over here. Let me grab it real quick. I'm going to give you a sneak peek into next week. Added to the giveaway pile. Great Slayer Girl. It's a Dragon Ball Z Funko Pop exclusive. Is being added to the pile for next week. And glow-in-the-dark Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder with Venom Funko Pop exclusive. These are being added to the pile. Ready for Top Fan next week. All right. That's all we got for tonight, guys. We're going to have a great stream next week for Christmas Eve on Friday. Same place, same time. Remember, please go review so you can be entered in for the Teenage Vampire poster. Make sure you get your review in. Don't miss out. Y'all have a great night. I appreciate you coming every week and joining. Make sure you listen to Who Would Win on Wednesday. That way you can join in the conversation and enter in for a chance for the $25 gift card. And look out for the NFTs and the hard comic of Awful Thoughts coming this week. Y'all have a wonderful night.